Fine, students. This is the last lecture of the chapter Chemical Reactions and Equations, in which we are going to discuss about the oxidation and reduction reactions. Before we discuss oxidation and reduction reactions in great detail, I would like to tell you all about the oxidation and reduction. I hope most of you must know. If you don't know, then let's discuss about the oxidation and reduction. So what is oxidation? Students, addition of oxygen, right? Addition of oxygen is called oxidation, or removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. And above all these, the most popular and the most correct concept is removal of electron is called oxidation. I hope you all are getting me, right? On the other hand, reduction, what is reduction? Removal of oxygen, you can say, just inverse of oxidation, or you can say addition of hydrogen is called reduction, right? Or we can say addition of electron. Addition of electrons is reduction. All right, so this was about the oxidation and reduction, and let's see some of the reactions in which oxidation and reduction is taking place simultaneously, right? Most of the time it happens that, most of the time, I'm not saying all the times, most of the times it happens that oxidation and reduction goes on hand in hand. All right, and such reactions in which oxidation as well as reduction are going on simultaneously are called redox reactions. Okay, redox. The name redox consists of reduction as well as oxidation. Clear? So let's move forward to see the chapter and other examples in the great detail. Yeah, before just two terms are also there, oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So the substance which brings about oxidation is called oxidizing agent, right? The substance which promotes oxidation, the substance which helps in oxidation is called oxidizing agent, right? And if something is promoting oxidation, if something is, allowing for the oxidation, promoting the oxidation, it means that itself is undergoing reduction, right? So make sure it in your brains that the substance which is undergoing reduction is always oxidizing agent. Clear? The very similar thing is with the reducing agent. The substance which promotes reduction, the substance which brings about reduction is called reducing agent, and at the same time the substance which undergoes oxidation is called reducing agent, right? Clear? Fine. Okay. Now let's see this example in your screen. The example is copper oxide. We can say copper 2 oxide or cupric oxide, right? Reacting with hydrogen in presence of heat. What will happen? We'll get the copper metal and water will be removed, right? So what is happening here? Keep an eye, keep your concentration here. See, CuO, this CuO is going to be converted into Cu. What is happening here? Removal of oxygen from CuO, right? So removal of oxygen means reduction. It means copper oxide is undergoing reduction to form copper. Clear? This is what happening, reduction. And the substance which is undergoing reduction is called oxidizing agent. It means copper oxide is oxidizing agent here. Oxidizing agent. All right. Substance reduced, copper oxide. Oxidizing agent, copper oxide. Clear? Now what is hydrogen? Hydrogen में आप देखें addition of oxygen हो रहा है, H2O formation. It means what is happening here? Addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen is what? Oxidation. All right. This is oxidation, and the substance which is undergoing oxidation is called reducing agent. It means substance oxidized, hydrogen, reducing agent, hydrogen. Clear? This is asked in your exam. A reaction will be given. People will ask you, right? Examiner will ask you, what is the substance oxidized? What is the substance reduced? What is the oxidizing agent and what is the reducing agent? So these concepts must be very clear to you, right? So what is the oxidizing agent here? Copper oxide. What is the substance reduced here? Copper oxide. Oxidizing agent and substance reduced both are always same. Getting me? All right. Let's move on. I hope students you are enjoying and you are understanding the things, right? Yeah. See, substance oxidized H2, ये आंसर दिया हुआ है इन्होंने, okay, and reducing agent H2. So जिसका oxidation हुआ है वही reducing agent है. In the very similar way, substance reduced and oxidizing agent are same, that is CO. Clear? इसी तरीके से आप different reactions में practice कर सकते हैं. In this reaction, H2S from H2S to S, um, from H2S to S, it means fine. So I was saying that H2S, another example, H2S plus Cl2 gives S plus 2HCl. What is happening here? H2S is converting into S. What is happening? What is happening, students? This is reduction or oxidation. Removal of hydrogen means oxidation is happening. Okay. So this is oxidation. This is oxidation and all right, and at the same time chlorine में आप notice कर रहे होंगे addition of hydrogen is taking place. It means it is what? It is reduction what happening. So यहाँ पर reduction किसका हो रहा है? Chlorine का, और जिसका reduction हो रहा है वो oxidizing agent है. It means what is oxidizing agent? Chlorine. Understanding what I am saying? Fine. Let's see the answers for this question. See, substance oxidized H2S, reducing agent H2S. Substance reduced chlorine, oxidizing agent chlorine. Clear? Right. Now in the same way we can have the example of zinc oxide plus carbon. आप देख रहे हैं एक में removal of oxygen हो रहा है और एक में addition of oxygen हो रहा है. Again you can easily decide with the oxidizing agent and the reducing agent. The other example is manganese oxide plus HCl. Here this is quite you can say a bit difficult, although nothing is difficult in this universe. Anything which you are able to understand is easy, which you are not able to understand it is difficult. If you know how to do it is easy, if you don't know how to do it is difficult, right? Some great people have said that if you know how to make a cup of tea it is easy. If you know how to make a rocket it is easy. If you don't know how to make a cup of tea, it is difficult, right? So it is just the matter of knowing or not knowing. Clear? I was telling about you the manganese oxide, manganese dioxide, MnO2 reacts with HCl to give manganese chloride, and chlorine gas will be released, and what is happening here? H2O, right? Water is also produced. So when you are having just two reactants and two products, it is very easy for you to understand. It is very easy for you to mark the signs that where oxidation and where reduction is taking place. But for this particular reaction, you must have some deeper knowledge. In this reaction, MnO2 is losing oxygen to form MnCl2. Yeah, removal of oxygen. Removal of oxygen is what? Removal of oxygen is what? Reduction. All right. So removal of oxygen is reduction. It means MnO2 to MnCl2 is reduction. All right. And what is happening here? At the same time, on the other hand, HCl is losing hydrogen to form chlorine, right? Means removal of hydrogen is oxidation, right? And water को जब भी आपको third product के तरीके by product के तरीके water मिले, please ignore that. Okay, so that it will be easy for you to understand from what substance to what is what is the oxidized product and what is the reduced product. Clear? And now if it is very clear, it is easy for you. At the same time, we can also make one notation that addition of non-metallic element, that is removal of metallic element is called oxidation. आप non-metal add कर दें या फिर metal को remove कर दें, both are considered as oxidation. And addition of metallic element or removal of non-metallic element can be considered as reduction, right? So just don't go for these different definitions. The easiest way is what? Electronic concept. Addition of electron, oxidation, removal of electron, reduction. Okay, although you are class 10th students, if you want to make a note of these points, you can. Yeah, let me move forward. Let's see the example. Copper oxide means copper is, see, in this reaction again we are getting some problem. What? means the product is only one. Okay, अभी पीछे क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रहा था, प्रोडक्ट हमारे 3 हो गए थे, तो इट वाज क्वाइट अ डिफिकल्ट थिंग फॉर क्लास 10th स्टूडेंट. You people are just class 10th students are getting the, I think, first introduction for the chemistry. So from copper to copper oxide is oxidation because addition of copper is taking place. Okay, and पीछे आपने देखा है, अभी पढ़ा है, addition of metallic element is what? Reduction. Okay, सो ऑक्सीजन से कॉपर ऑक्साइड बन रहा है, यहाँ पर आप मेटालिक एलिमेंट यानी कॉपर को ऐड कर रहे हैं, तो दैट इज रिडक्शन. यानी ऑक्सीजन का रिडक्शन हो रहा है, कॉपर का ऑक्सीडेशन हो रहा है. कॉपर रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट है, ऑक्सीजन ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट है. अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? ब्रिलियंट. ओके, लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. Copper oxide plus H2 gives copper plus water. Again, it is easy for you to understand. SO2 plus H2S gives 2H2O plus 3S, and H2S plus I2 gives 2HI plus S. H2S से S बन रहा है, रिमूवल ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, ऑक्सीडेशन हो गया, आयोडीन में हाइड्रोजन ऐड हो रहा है, रिडक्शन हो गया. ठीक है. Then we are having Na plus O2 gives Na2O. The similar example as I have shown you in case of copper and oxygen. All right. So oxygen oxidizing agent है, उसका reduction हो रहा है, और सोडियम आपका reducing agent है, उसका oxidation हो रहा है. Lead oxide to carbon forming lead and carbon dioxide. Again a very easy example. Removal of oxygen and addition of oxygen के concept पे आप कर सकते हैं. Now let's discuss about the effect of oxidation reactions in everyday life. Okay, what is the effect of oxidation reactions in everyday life? The two common effects of oxidation reactions in everyday life are corrosion of metals and rancidity of food. Okay, which we have to discuss as we are the students of class 10. Corrosion of metals. What is corrosion? See, corrosion is a process in which metals are eaten up gradually, yeah, by the action of air, moisture, or a chemical on their surface, right? मेटल का जो अपीयरेंस है, जो मेटल का नॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर है, उस पर किसी तरीके का ब्लेंडर हो रहा है, किसी भी तरीके का चेंज आ रहा है, वी विल कंसीडर इट एज corrosion. Although corrosion is not, for example, the most common example of corrosion of metal is rusting of iron, right? But at the same time, be very sure that corrosion is not always harmful. You people are having aluminium utensils, aluminium objects also in your homes, right? But what happens? When aluminium undergoes corrosion to form aluminium oxide, it forms a protective covering around the aluminium, which makes it more durable. Clear? So, but still, why we will consider it as corrosion? Because the shiny appearance of aluminium goes, right? उसका luster चला जाएगा because of the corrosion. ठीक है? So we will consider it as corrosion because वो उसका normal form नहीं है. Understanding what I'm saying? Fine. So let's go deeper into the corrosion. Corrosion is the process in which metals are eaten up gradually by the action of air, moisture, or chemical such as acid or base, you can say, on their surface. Corrosion is caused mainly by the oxidation of metals, mainly by the oxidation of metals on the air. Why? Because oxidation करने का tendency metals का थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा होता है. Previously you people have seen that metals are good reducing agent और उनको atmosphere में air मिल जाएगा, तो they will go for oxidation. और कई बार तो ऑक्सीडेशन वो खुद से कर लेंगे. मेटल रखा हुआ है, आपको ऑक्सीडेशन कराने की जरूरत नहीं है, इट विल गो फॉर ऑक्सीडेशन इटसेल्फ. क्लियर? But this is not the case for all metals. In the next chapter, after acid, bases, and salt, I will tell you about the metals and non-metals, and at that time I will tell you the reactivity series. I think in one of the previous lectures also I have told you about the reactivity series, right? So on the basis of reactivity series, you people will see that metals like platinum, copper, gold, silver have a lesser tendency to go for oxidation. Okay. Yeah. This time we are going to see about the rusting of iron. What is happening? Iron metal taking the air from oxygen from air and water from the atmosphere. We are having, humidity, water vapors in the atmospheric air as well. And these two things will combine with the iron to form Fe2O3.X. H2O. X may be any number of water molecules. In general, it is 2, or sometimes it is seen 8, right? So it is variable. That's why it is written here as X. Understood? So this is hydrated iron 3 oxide. Iron 3 oxide बोलने का मतलब है here the valency of iron is 3. Sorry, I must say here the oxidation state of iron is 3. मतलब iron ने 3 electrons lose कर रखे हैं. All right. Yes. This is the required reaction for your rusting of iron. Let's move forward. See how dangerous effects of rusting of iron can be. Okay, पूरा का पूरा plank ये जो है rust कर चुका है, beam rust कर चुका है, and anytime this bridge can fall, right? So it is not having a good effect. Rusting of iron is also a redox reaction. Redox means reduction and oxidation taking place simultaneously. Corrosion weakens the iron and steel objects and structures such as railings, car bodies, bridges, ships, etc., and cuts short their life. The next important thing, yeah, some detailed explanation of corrosion we will again see in the chapter metal and non-metal. Okay, in chapter 3. This time we are going to study about the rancidity. People, your mother have ever served you some stale food, right? Stale chips, you know, this will not happen. But suppose this Holi you are baking some chips, not baking means refining some chips in oil, okay, cooking in oil, and you are going to eat those chips in the next Holi. No, this is not going to happen. Fine. What I must say, have you ever purchased these chips from some roadside street side shop? Most of the time they are selling in open. Yeah, have you ever purchased? Not purchased. Okay, fine. That is not actually, if you people come across, just invest 2 to 4 rupees, okay, 5 rupees, and purchase 2 or 4 pieces and just taste one. It will not be as crunchy as the chips of from the Uncle Chips packet or Lay's, right? Why? What is the difference? These are cooked, that those are also cooked. These are also added with different spices, and the same is the case with the Uncle Chips or Lay's packet as well. But what is the difference? The difference is यहां पर हमने इनको एटमॉस्फेयर से कट करके नहीं रखा, ओके। और जब एटमॉस्फेयर से आपने इनको कट नहीं किया तो प्रॉब्लम क्या है, एटमॉस्फेयर में प्रेजेंट ऑक्सीजन विल रिएक्ट विद द oil and fat molecules present on the surface of that, and it will spoil. Okay, what sort of spoiling will take place? A foul smell, okay, or it's unpleasant taste with unpleasant smell, okay. While on the other hand, अगर आप इसको एक इनर्ट इन्वायरमेंट में, व्हाट इज इनर्ट इन्वायरमेंट, जहां पर ऑक्सीजन अवेलेबल ही नहीं है, आपके अंकल चिप्स के पैकेट के अंदर वो बहुत सारा एयर नहीं निकलता है, दैट इज एक्चुअली नाइट्रोजन गैस, ओके, दैट इज नॉट हैविंग एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, फाइन. And the reason behind filling the nitrogen gas is making the atmosphere inside the packet inert, because nitrogen is an inert gas. Okay. If oxygen would be present over there, वो पैकेट के इनसाइड ही रैंसिडिटी कर देगा, and at that time you will not be able to eat the chips packet after 10 to 15 days or 20 days or even sometimes 40 to 50 days, right? आपको पता भी नहीं होता है पैकिंग होने के बाद वो ट्रांसपोर्ट हुआ, फिर कब शॉपकीपर के पास आया, और कई बार तो शॉपकीपर आपको 4-5 महीने पुराना अंकल चिप्स का पैकेट दे सकता है, राइट? स्टिल जब आप खाओगे तो इट विल बी फ्रेश. रीजन उसके पीछे यही है क्योंकि इनर्ट एटमॉस्फेयर कर दिया गया है. ऑलराइट, फाइन. सो लेट्स सी इट फ्रॉम द examination point of view. How will you write the answer? So what is rancidity? The condition produced by the aerial oxidation. Aerial oxidation, oxidation by the air of fat and oil in the food market marked by unpleasant smell and taste is called rancidity. Rancidity can be prevented by adding antioxidants. There are some chemical substances which prevent oxidation, and those are called antioxidants. The two antioxidants which you can have in your brain, which you can learn the names of those, right, are what? As per your this book, BHA and BHT. What is BHA? Butylated hydroxyanazole, and BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene. These two are antioxidants which prevent oxidation, right? On the other hand, rancidity can be prevented by packaging the fat and oil containing foods into the nitrogen gas, as you are having in case of chips packets, different marketed chips packets. I have used a name of Uncle Chips many a times. Please be sure, uh, I'm not getting any commission from Uncle Chips. Okay. Yeah. Next is, okay, Lay's classic. Rancidity can be retarded by keeping food in a refrigerator. आप रेफ्रिजरेटर में रख करके भी फूड की और रेंसिडिटी प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं. Why? Because sorry students, be sure it's not COVID-19, it's just a normal common cold. Yeah, rancidity can be retarded by keeping food in a refrigerator. Okay, refrigerator में आप food रख करके इसको कर सकते हैं. Why? Because at lower temperature the process of oxidation slows down, and rancidity can be retarded by storing the food in airtight containers. Right? आप airtight container में रखते हैं तो भी क्या होगा? Atmosphere का air वहाँ पर पहुँच नहीं पाएगा. Rancidity can be retarded by storing food away from light, because कई बार light और air दोनों भी ना मिले तो फूड का rancidity रोका जा सकता है. Understood? So now this is the time. Please take the screenshot of these questions, right? And I'm just showing you all. So please go through all these questions. These are very good questions, and I'm sure if you will come across, you will do these all questions, you will never be in a problem to solve the question from the board examination paper from this chapter. Okay, these are good questions. Apart of doing these questions, you all are free to do any books questions. Okay, whenever you are watching this online video, right, you can take the screenshot of these questions to solve them. All right. And if you are having any problem in any of the questions, please ask me in the comment section. If you are just an online student, if you are an offline student as well, you can ask me in my individual number or in the group, or you can come offline in the school as well, but with proper consent form. Okay. These are the answers, but it is suggested that please don't see the answers while doing the questions. This is it, and the next chapter we will start is acid, bases, and salts. Till then, keep learning, keep studying, and stay safe and stay healthy, students. Thank you.